Today we're going to discuss how am I doing on my journey to 1 million Flare, 1 million Songbird, and what happened to the price of Songbird during the launch of F assets, and what do I believe is going to happen to Flare and Songbird in the near future. Let's get into it. Had to get something a little bit warmer. It was getting chilly in here. But nevertheless, welcome to Gorilla Investments, where smart money makes smart moves. Right here in Gorilla Studios, I am your host, the legendary Al Sifa, where truth, knowledge, and a little bit of education will be dispersed. Yeah. All right. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, how is my journey going to 1 million Flare, 1 million Songbird? Now, for transparency, I'm only doing it with Songbird. I'm not doing it with Flare. And there's a reason and a purpose for that, which we'll discuss at a later time and a later date. Okay. Now, this video also is not to show you that I'm a better trader than you or I have a better software than you. Plus, you shouldn't be dependent on any software, but it's not a bragging video. I'm here to help those who don't have a great abundance of different financial resources. You know, people who don't have that much money. It's to show you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you pay attention to your investment, you can grab and accumulate a lot of your favorite digital assets. I'm here to show you can get it at a cheaper price or at $0. Okay? So let's get into it. In order for you to understand how I'm doing, let's start with the beginning. See, when I first came into Songbird was this year, 2024, back in July 24. I threw out $500 at it. Here you can see I threw out $500 at this price. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not telling anybody to throw $500 at anything. Okay? This is not financial advice. I'm just trying to show you some tips or some points that you can use to help you accumulate more of your favorite asset, either at a cheaper price or at $0. Okay? Now, any amount to get into an asset after you feel like this is the asset for you, but for me, it's Songbird. Any amount of asset, rather if it's $100, $50, $25 is a good amount. Okay, just to get your foot in the door. So once I made this purchase, I sent it all to my personal wallet. I use Bifrost, and I started delegating. Then I started looking at the charts. Now you see, I be putting in my buy orders and sell orders into the Telegram. But when I looked at the chart, I saw another buying opportunity. Okay, because I saw that the Songbird was going to dump. So my second purchase was $120. Boom. Picked up a lot. It helped out my DCA price because at that price that you see at 8,300 points, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but it was up there in price. So I saw a third opportunity. My third purchase was $150. Scooped it up. Bam. Now, you've been keeping track. 500, 120, 150. That comes out to a grand total of 770. Now, I've been delegating. I've been keeping my Songbird in the Bifrost wallet. Now, y'all know I'm a truck driver, so I don't have much time to sit here every day and look at trades. I tried to look at the charts once a week, sometimes twice a week, to see if I see any opportunities. Okay, there's not always going to be opportunities every day. Now, by that time, by that time, I had accumulated up to 97,000, over 97,000 Songbird. Now, when I got up to 97,000 Songbird, I saw opportunities back in September. All right. So in September, I wanted to sell my 97,000 because I saw the charts and it was going to pump. All right. So I put a sell order in, and my order got filled on September 20th. I collected $758. Wait a minute, Alcifa. You told me to remember $770, which you paid, and you sold your assets for less than what you paid for? $758? That's a loss. Mathematically, it's a loss, but it's really not a loss. And I'm going to explain why. It's not a loss if you have a plan. So the day that asset sold for $758, I put a buy order. And then approximately 2 weeks later, all right, I knew that price was going to drop down to 6,600 points. Okay, no, I mean 6,600, 660 points, because I set it at 781 points, and I knew it was going to drop down to 660 points. And when that order got filled 2 weeks later, now I have a grand total of 114,981 Songbird, which is basically 115,000. So in this trade right here, ladies and gentlemen, I picked up 17,813 Songbird, which is an increase of 18.33%. That's pretty good, okay? That's pretty good, because average traders get anywhere, for my understanding, anywhere from 8 to 13% on their trade, on one trade, okay? This is a complete full trade. All right. Now, after I got those 114,000, damn well 115,000, I put it in back into Bifrost, and I was accumulating. In the ways of delegation. I only picked up like what? 1,160, I believe, delegation rewards at the time I decide to sell. All right. Look, so during that time, on the last week of November, I told everybody that I was going to sell all of my Songbird again. Okay, look at my previous videos. And I saw it that we were in the bull market. Okay, now a bull market will start right when at the time it's time for a bull run. So the bull market started, and a bull run will happen at any given time in that bull market. They'll come out of nowhere. All right. So when I noticed that we're in a bull market and we're getting close to a bull run, I told everybody I was going to sell my Songbird. So I took my 116,000 Songbird and I put it on the central exchange that I use, which is Kraken, and I set a sell order for 3 cents. Now, here's the thing about this order. All right. Here's the thing about this order. I set it at 3 cents that you see right here. Okay. But I was starting to think, why should I wait till it gets to 3 cents when I can see there's opportunities to be made before it gets to 3 cents. I can accumulate more Songbird before it gets to 3 cents. So I'm going to accumulate, and when I get to closer to 3 cents, then I'll set my order to 3 cents. And look, so I changed it. I changed my order to 1750. And that was back in December 15th. And my order got filled. All right. My order got filled. And this is and when my order got filled, I had $2,032, which I sold my Songbird for. And that day I set a buy order in. When I set that buy order in December 15th, I set the buy order at 1,100 points. 4 days later, on December 19th, my order got filled. There's the $2,032. My order got filled and brought me up to a grand total of 184,808 Songbird. Okay, damn well 185,000. Ladies and gentlemen, in that trade right there, I picked up 68,643 Songbird. Okay, damn well 70,000 Songbird in one trade. And that is a 59% increase on my holdings. A 59% increase. 59% increase. Now, what does that all mean between the time I started trading and I picked up all of this? Okay, let's get back to it. I picked up damn well 18,000 Songbird at $0. I picked up another 68,000 at $0. And my grand total since I started this trade with 97,000 without paying for anything, I have picked up 87,640 Songbird. That is a 90% increase. A 90% increase. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this buying in the dips constantly makes no sense. So let's wrap this video up. And here's how all of this can help those who don't have a whole lot of money. Now, what I have showed you, it is a strategy that may help those who are interested in accumulating more of their favorite digital assets. Okay, it's simple, it's not difficult. It shows you that I take the safe route. Now, we'll go into digital asset strategies at another time and another day. Now, what happened to the price of Songbird during the launch of F assets? Well, that's an easy one. The Fed chairman of the Federal Reserve came out and announced that there are only going to be 2 cuts in 2025. Okay, that affected the entire stock market and it affected the entire crypto market. But here's another added ingredient. When F asset launched, a lot of people put their faith in S asset as if it was the saving grace for the Flare and the Songbird price, as this is going to launch the price of Flare and Songbird. What people didn't know, nobody was going to sell their XRP or give up their XRP to put it in F asset during a bull market. People have been warned, like, F acids is a small component of the ecosystem of flare. And people got mad because they were expecting a 30 cents, 40 cents flare, or 30 a 30 or 40 cent songbird. And they got mad. So what did they did? When they saw the price already dropping, they start to sell off. I've been telling people the real value is going to come when real world assets come in the future. I also been telling people that F asset is a great opportunity to get into during a bear market. This is a bull market. Nobody's going to relinquish their XRP during a bull market. You can forget that. I don't know why people were putting their faith for the XRP army to come marching in to the flare ecosystem and just boost our price up. Everybody wants to get rich, but nobody wants to do the work. And as you can see earlier in this video, I was doing the work. I'm not putting my faith in the XRP community. I'm not going to put my faith in the Dogecoin warriors. I'm not putting my faith in anybody. I'm putting my faith in myself and what the Flare Network team has to offer to get us more notice. Now, if you watched my first video, not my first video, but if you watch the first part of Everybody Wants to Get Rich and nobody wants to do the work, I told you about supporting your YouTube channel, or your YouTube content creators, because nobody is talking about Flare. Nobody is talking about Songbird. And if you watch that video, I said YouTubers get people talking. YouTubers get people talking. This is the perfect example, because the majority of the XRP army still don't know anything about F assets. The majority of the XRP army still don't know anything about Songbird. So what do I see in the future for Flare and Songbird? I do see another pump, possibly another run. I see one. It could be a pump or it can be another run. In my personal belief, I think it's going to be a run, because the Bitcoin community really, really wants to push Bitcoin at 150,000. Oh, they want it bad. They want that 150,000 price point. Now, do I believe it's going to go 150,000? Not really, because that's going to take a lot of money. I can see a 115, a 120, but I can't see 150,000. It's way too early. But if Bitcoin starts to do another run, of course, it's going to pick up the altcoins as well. So there should be one more pump in Flare and in Songbird, and one more run. And when that happens, that's when I start to execute my plan to pick up 500,000 Songbird at zero price. Okay. Now, I hope everyone learned something. I hope everyone understands something. Now, if you want to ask questions, yes, please ask questions to me or anybody else in the Telegram group. But this video's gone long enough. I got to get ready to go to work, because tomorrow morning I'm headed out. I'm getting to work. And we'll talk more about this. Now, until the next time, my friend, assalamu alaikum.